Welcome to the reception saluting ServiceNation. My name is Steve Ross, and I'm the Executive Director of Artists and Athletes Alliance. We're a nonprofit organization that serves as a nexus between the entertainment community, the athletic community in Washington, D.C. On this day of service, in celebration of the legacy of Dr. King, the Artists and Athletes Alliance could not think of a more important group to recognize than ServiceNation. Before I thank our sponsors for their generous support, I want to thank the fire marshal for not closing us down. But tonight's event would not be possible without the generous support of Western Union, Federal Express, Congressional Quarterly, the Century Council, Kilpatrick Stockton, and the American Continental Group. And now, to remind us why we are here today, I'd like to welcome Uno Blessed Coons from City Year DC to offer a brief testimonial on ServiceNation.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Uno Blessed Coons, and I'm 19 years old, originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I currently serve as City Year at Washington, D.C. As you may know, City Year unites a diverse group of 17 to 24-year-olds in a full-time service, a year of full-time service, giving them the skills and opportunities to change the world. As tutors, mentors, and role models, we make a difference in the lives of children and transform schools and neighborhoods across the United States and in South Africa. I'm so excited to share my story of service with you tonight. As the youngest of 9, I'm blessed with a large family, and I was raised by a strong, passionate mother without my father. Although my mother is white, my features have never quite fit me into a single label. A unique name and a unique appearance has always left me in a box all my own. All my life, I haven't quite been dark enough to be black, or light enough to be white, or quite fit anywhere in between. Despite my differences, I grew to stand proudly unlabeled. My mother has taught for Indianapolis Public Schools for 15 years, and I am a proud product of a public education. But after a rocky senior year in high school, I headed to Indiana University in Bloomington, unsteady and unprepared. As I started college, I realized that I wasn't in the right mindset to push through and overcome the academic, personal, and financial obstacles I encountered in my first year of college. So I decided to take a break from school in order to regain focus and to find my true passion in life. I looked into the military, Peace Corps, and AmeriCorps, hoping to lose myself in service to others and find myself in return. I was so lucky I found City Year. City Year provided the support and direction I was looking for but didn't have in college. I have never felt more accepted and respected for my differences in a group like I feel in City Year. I work side by side with 85 other young men and women that look nothing like me but nonetheless stand united to make a difference. This year, my teammates and I serve all day, 4 days a week at Turner at Green Elementary School, an amazing kindergarten through 5th grade DC public school in Southeast. I work in a 3rd grade classroom. In class, during lunchtime, and after school, we partner with a dedicated teacher and staff to provide enrichment, character development, and academic assistance to nearly 500 students. Thinking back almost a year ago, I wouldn't have expected to be doing a year of full-time service and working in a DCPS elementary school in Southeast, making a positive influence on hundreds of young children. It is a joy to be greeted every day with smiles and hugs from all my students. I also cherish my time talking to one particular student, Sierra, after school as I help her with homework and serve as her tutor and mentor. Sierra is in the 3rd grade, biracial, and the second youngest of 6 siblings. Many times with her clever remarks, she reminds me of a younger me. One day after Thanksgiving break, another 3rd grade boy started calling Sierra names that made her burst out crying and run from the classroom. And as I sat with her in the hallway on the floor, Sierra told me the little boy had been calling her a white girl. We talked for a while about looking different and not quite fitting in because so many people don't know how to categorize us. I could relate to Sierra because I felt the same way throughout my childhood and had to learn to be okay with being different and learn to be a confident individual. I could tell at that moment Sierra knew she had a friend, mentor, and role model in me. Now I talk with Sierra every day and can only hope to make a difference and have a positive effect in her life. Last week, as we were walking to the bus, she told me, "I've never told anyone that has come to our school this before, but I really love y'all. I love City Year." Working with students like Sierra has made me realize what a huge impact I can have on the academic and life success of children. I have yet to pin down exactly what my passion and mission are in life, but with my experience at City Year, I know service will always be my inspiration. And with your support, I can only hope that every young American has the opportunity to serve our country. Thank you, and thanks to ServiceNation for what you have already done to advance the service movement and give me the opportunity to serve.
Thank you, Steve. And thank you, Uno. Uno Blessed. What a perfect name for this wonderful young woman. ServiceNation is all about saying that there are 75,000 young people like Uno who will get to serve our country now. ServiceNation is about saying we should have 250,000, as Senators Kennedy and Hatch and our new president has said we should have, and then we should have 1 million young people like Uno. Imagine a country with 1 million young people like Uno, tutoring children, running after school programs, working with people from different backgrounds. That's what it's all about. So can we have another hand for Uno Blessed? And I want to thank Steve Ross and the Artists and Athletes group for honoring ServiceNation tonight. We really appreciate it. Steve's done a great job. Can we hear it for Steve? ServiceNation is a coalition of more than 120 groups that reach 100 million Americans, from the AARP and America's Promise to the United Way, Independent Sector, Habitat for Humanity, a whole group that's come together to say we need to become a service nation. We need to look to our citizens to tackle our problems. We need to have a period of service become part of life from kindergarten all the way through retirement. And then if we do that, we can really make this country great. I'm honored to accept this recognition tonight from Steve on behalf of my colleagues, Michael Brown and Amora Connolly from City Year, who are lead conveners of ServiceNation. John Bridgeland, who's here somewhere from Civic Enterprises. There's Bridge, who started the Freedom Corps. Michelle Nunn from Points of Light, who's also here. This has been a collaborative effort of 120 groups coordinated by these three organizations in Be the Change. And so we so appreciate your being out here tonight. I also want to thank Toby McGuire, who launched our Ambassadors Council today, who's a wonderful spokesperson. Lisa, yes, let's hear it for Toby. It's good to have Spider-Man on your side. I want to thank Lisa Paulson from the Entertainment Industry Foundation, who announced a great new partnership with ServiceNation to push this idea into the popular culture. And I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. What an incredible day. Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King is the patron saint of the service movement. He said everybody can be great because everybody can serve. And we are so blessed to have a new president who, on the day before his inauguration, is ushering in this new era of service, calling on all of us to serve. And that's what today was about. And I just want to say, we need your help. We are at a tipping point for this idea. There's new legislation that was just introduced last Friday. The president-elect has said he will sign it, but we need you to reach out to everybody you know, everybody in Congress, everybody in the Senate, governors, mayors, most of all citizens across this country, to say we are ready to serve. It's always been citizens that have changed this country. It was the citizen soldiers in our revolution who put down their pitchforks and picked up their muskets and said, we will overthrow an empire. It was the abolitionists who said, we must end slavery. It was the suffragists who said women must have the right to vote. It was the civil rights leaders, led by Martin Luther King when he was only 26 years old with the Montgomery bus boycott, who said we must have civil rights. It's always been citizens who've changed this country. ServiceNation is saying we as citizens are ready to serve. We're ready to get involved. We're ready to make a difference. All of us have to do our part. We need you. Thank you for your support. Thank you to artists and athletes. And let's have a wonderful evening and a wonderful inauguration. Thank you all very much.